Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays FTL. So we're in a new game here. I'm just going to take a look at our ship list. Because what have I been missing? We have Type B of the Federation Cruiser, which I know for sure I've never used. Let's see, we've got to start with a Slug, a Human, and CY Hang, a Zoltan, as well as dual lasers, which is like, I guess our basic laser just doubled. Wow, there's already 3 achievements unlocked for this. As well as the Lido, which is outdated and weak, but apparently still effective. You know what? Let's give it a try here. We're gonna call this, what have I've already done Doomed from the start. Why don't we call this Zynga in honor of what I imagine is gonna be both the failure of the ship and the failure of that shitty company. So, we are going to take our Zoltan and move him over here. We're gonna take our Slug and move him over here. I'm gonna keep him in the engines room instead of the shields room, just because, you know, the ship is so widespread. I think this will allow faster repairs, basically. Anyway, we also have the artillery on this one, which I have to keep in mind. But for now, what do we need to focus on? Well, we can actually get a second level of artillery, and we can have the Lido powered up all from the start. And I'm surprised that I actually noticed that right off the bat, because normally that's the kind of thing that would come to me in a fever dream as I looked at some of the comments on these videos. Sadly, nothing going on there. Let's just continue to jump around. That artillery could be useful or could be useless. It still remains to be seen. Let's not send in our crew to control the crowds, because there's always a chance to send in your crew to control the crowds and one of your crew members does not come back, which we really cannot afford right now. Okay, so you follow distress beacon to a small asteroid belt. Should you shield their ship with yours? I think so. We didn't take any damage. We got 9 scrap. Kind of a waste of time more than anything else. I mean, not that I have anywhere to be right now, but still, 9 scrap? Psh, I don't even get out of bed for less than 10 scrap. So we're going to fight this enemy ship, and we're basically just going to see how this ship fares in combat. So we know that we're going to use the Lido. I just want to take a look at its settings here. It only does 1 damage, which makes it the worst missile of all time. But with our Slug, we can actually see where the enemies are going to be. So I think first things first, we're just going to fire Lido and dual lasers, both at the weapons here. And somehow, and sadly, that did not really work out very well for us. So we're going to fire a second Lido in here, because we really need to take their missile launcher down before anything terrible happens to us. Okay, so our engines have been hurt, but that's okay. Artillery is going to be ready in a second here. We are going to fire dual lasers at shields, just to see if we can take those down. Of course, we get double misses there, because that's the only logical conclusion. Luckily, our artillery is going to come back soon. So they are doing repairs over here. Here comes the artillery. Hopefully that'll help us out. Alright, that actually did a substantial amount of damage. We can focus on the shields now. We can focus on the weapons. Because we can see where people are, we could just be a total dick and just focus on the oxygen, actually. They're going to try to get away, of course. But we are going to go for the engines next. They might actually, yeah, I thought they would manage to get some repairs done here. Maybe we'll just pray that we get both of our hits here. Thankfully, we did indeed do so. Okay. So we get 16 extra scrap. You know where that goes. First investment is always into doors. And we took a surprisingly little amount of damage there. I'm not going to go to any stores here because we don't really have much in the way of scrap. But we took surprisingly little damage. Used a lot of missiles, unfortunately. So this is the horse aliens. Let's attempt to communicate telepathically. This isn't the first time a ship has landed here. They inform you of a nearby crash site. We get an NG, and he rebuilds itself and offers to join our crew. That's beautiful. So we're going to send him actually over here into the shields. CY Hang is going to be in our weapons bay here. And now let's jump to this distress beacon. I think by jumping to this distress beacon, we can still make it to the exit here. Certainly want to get that second level of shields up. Yes, let's remotely repair its targeting system. Usually the ones in blue are just guaranteed success, so I always go with those whenever possible. And that's really the principal benefit beyond, you know, invasions or boardings, I should say, of having a varied crew, because you get a lot more of those blue options that usually provide you with much greater rewards and even lesser risk in a lot of circumstances. So we are going to have to deal with some Mantis here. I'm going to fire a missile. I'm going to fire the missile at the shields, though, just to take those down, and then dual lasers will hopefully be able to wreak havoc later on the weapons. Well, it did manage to at least hurt the weapons. We should send our NG in here to repair this breach as soon as possible. We could fire another missile in. I really don't want to do that, though. They only have... oh, now they have their missile launcher back, so I should have maybe focused on that. We could fire our Lido, but I will take another missile on the chin. I think that's fine. Missiles are pretty valuable for us right now. We did take the missile launcher offline again. We lost our sensors. We'll send our NG over there to repair that. And again, I guess we'll just focus on attacking the weapons here. The artillery actually did it for us. Awesome. I gotta turn auto fire on. I'm always hesitant to do it when you have missiles, but I think it's a smart idea for us to have it on. So sensors are back. We're going to send Chin Chin back here down to... Just saying Chin Chin as the name of this person made me feel like I was being incredibly offensive, but I don't believe I am. I believe that's actually the pronunciation. I apologize, though. I don't speak NG. And we're going to demand the surrender of these goods. This is actually a pretty impressive ship. They do have a drone, as well as 2 hull lasers. So obviously, first things first, we're going to go Lido on these weapons here. Because as soon as their weapons fire, we might take a substantial amount of damage, which is obviously not something that I'm really excited for. We'll fire dual lasers at the weapons again. Again, if we can just keep those offline, we're all going to be happy campers here. Obviously going to want to go after this as well. If we can just keep them here until the artillery charges up, this is going to be much better for us. So we're just going to fire some missiles in here. It really should not auto-fire this missile, I guess, but we'll fire it into the engines anyway. And we'll see if maybe we get anything going here. We're basically just going to try to keep them... Oh, don't fire that last Lido. We're just going to kind of try to keep them in a bad position here until that artillery charges, and that's probably going to do enough damage to take them completely out. Almost completely out, anyway. But we shouldn't take any more damage in the meantime because their weapons are completely destroyed. So we'll wait until this one lands or misses, and it did indeed land. So I think that was a good decision to get into some combat there. We get 17 extra scrap, and we're going to jump here to the exit. So we do almost have enough. Maybe one more good scrap haul will be enough to give us that second bar of shields. Let's board the station. Look, let's scrap some of the debris. I didn't want to get too cute about things there. There we go. So by depowering the medbay, now we can have 2 bars of shields, and we will just jump into pirate-controlled sector, I guess, is where we really want to go, because there's a clearer path from here. If we went to the Mantis-controlled sector, we would definitely have to deal with a Nebula in the near future, so I don't want to do that. Now, here's the question. Can I get to that next beacon from this beacon right here? I believe the answer is going to be yes. We'll see. So, we have some information that they need, apparently. It looks like they're going to board us. I'm running quite low on missiles here, which worries me. Now, they're going to send 2 over in the teleporter right now. They're going to land, unfortunately for them, very, very close to our... Oh, they're going to go for our piloting system, sadly. How should we do this? I think we should just let oxygen take care of them, basically. Or lack of oxygen. We're going to drop Lido on shields. And then if this lands, which I hope it does, then... That didn't actually hurt their shields, though, so we're going to do dual lasers on shields, too. They are attacking our piloting system, which is a pain in the ass, but I assume that they're going to get hurt soon. Yeah, they're going to start moving out of there. Oh, I fired another Lido when I should not have. But it's going to take out shields, hopefully. All right, fantastic. Then we'll go on weapons with the dual lasers. We need to open this up. Should probably open these up as well. We have 0 chance to dodge right now because our pilot's out of the piloting system. So I should probably get to work on that. I don't want them to take out our artillery either. We're just going to close these doors if we can. Yeah, because I want to make sure that I can safely be in the pilot area here, so we at least have some chance to dodge. We'll see. The artillery's about to get screwed. Oh, man, I didn't have the oxygen out here. That was dumb. Okay, so our artillery is going to go down. At least one level of it is going to go down. But that's okay. Artillery's going to fire again in a second. These guys they know they're screwed. They have to know that. Why is the artillery not firing? There we go, finally. Okay, so these guys are just going to die of oxygen deprivation. I realize there are still intruders aboard the ship. I don't think that guy has much of a chance of doing anything about it, though, so let's close everything up. And we will just send our NG in here. I should have had him in the shield room. I don't know how long he's been in the medbay for, but that was a big mistake. But we're going to send him into the weapons room here, or artillery room, I should say, so he'll repair that. We'll send him back into the medbay quickly. Johnson's a little bit hurt, but he'll be okay. Nothing wrong with the hurt Johnson. There's no reason to send him into the medbay because it didn't actually do anything. Now I could send him into the medbay and heal him up just a little bit. Might as well. Why not get everybody healed up before we move on here? That would be terrible for me if that was the reason that we ended up losing. So everyone got healed at least a little bit here. I think everyone is more or less full. Olafson's a little bit low, but that's okay. Why do we... Oh, you're not in the oxygen room. I want you in the pilot room, buddy. Exercise some autonomy, please. We're running very low on missiles and fuel here, which worries me, but extra scrap at no risk to me is awesome. Now, what do we want to buy? Good question. I think I want to buy the glaive beam is beautiful, but there's no way we can afford it. I think we just want to stack up on fuel now. Sadly, we don't really have enough scrap to pick up anything else. And since we're running so low on both fuel and missiles, I mean, we could still survive a fight. We're going to attack the ship here, by the way. We can still survive a fight for sure, and actually win a fight just by using dual lasers in conjunction with our artillery beam. But I would rather, good, we do have shields out. Stop firing, Lido. Thank you very much. I have wasted a lot of missiles, too. And I'm not, you know, too big of a man to admit that. Or I should say I'm a big enough man to admit that, I guess. Then we got weapons totally offline. But what I was trying to say is just between artillery beam and dual lasers, and, you know, effective use of both of those, we could possibly still win fights. Which is, of course, important. Here comes our artillery beam, by the way, and this is going to be huge for us. It ignores shields, I believe. So it doesn't really matter if their shields are up. We're going to not accept surrender because our artillery beam, we know, is just going to cut through them right away. So there's really no reason for us to accept a poor surrender deal there. I guess it wasn't a poor surrender deal. It certainly wasn't a great surrender deal, though. So we are taking our new Federation cruiser here. Yes, we'll help this guy out. We got a quest marker, and the quest is going to be right here. So why he couldn't just do that himself is beyond me. This worries me a little bit, though. Although it's, you know, the good thing here is it's an automated scout, and it has no shield. So provided we take down its ion weapon, it shouldn't be able to do any damage to us. So I'm not even going to bother using my missile launcher. We still have some shields up. We are going to get hit a little bit, though. We should send our slug in here to help repair, because we really need that dodge chance to help us out. But again, if we take the ion weapon out, fantastic. Those guys are screwed. Oh, that was a very easy bit of combat there, actually. So once the piloting systems get repaired here, which it is now done, we should be safe. We have to wait here, sadly, until our FTL drive charges a little bit more. I don't even know what to do with my scrap. I mean, we don't have a lot of it. I guess I'm going to focus on getting that third level of shields up as soon as possible. But we really need some kind of extra weaponry on top of this, preferably something that does not require missiles. Is this not our quest? I can't see. We must be at the quest beacon. Unless it's this one right here. I gotta go back, because I'm getting too close to this dead end, aren't I? I don't think we're gonna be able to make that jump. Unless, if there is something in options if I go here. Show beacon paths on hover, enabled. So let's jump now. And we can see... Okay, so if we do go to we go quest this way, I think we can do it this way. That was probably something I should have turned on a long time ago. That's definitely beneficial. So promise to deliver the cargo and ask if anyone would be interested in joining our crew, for sure. So we do get a new crew member, Grozzly, and we're going to stick him just over here. He can be a pilot's assistant. And we're going to go to the store next, where we're probably not going to be able to buy anything super useful, but a little extra fuel never hurt anybody. And we could buy, you know what, I feel bad about it. I probably should not have bought all those extra missiles, but I'm excited about the fact that I did not get caught in a dead end there. That's the important part there. So we are going to have some combats, and this is going to be a pain in the ass. But first things first, we're going to drop Lido on the shields, just so... it only does 1 damage, which doesn't actually take the shields out, but it's still worth something, I feel. Well, not if it doesn't hit, sadly. So we'll see if maybe our burst lasers can do a better job. They at least took shields down. Here comes a bomb in on our shields, sadly. But that's okay. We just have to basically survive until our artillery gets a chance to shoot. Alright, now with shields completely down, we're definitely going to want to focus on weapons. And we do have our second bar of shields all the way back up, which is huge. Our artillery got completely taken out by a bomb, so we need Grozzly to get in there quickly and fix that up. Is Grozzly like a real human name? Because I've never heard it before. And I apologize. There's probably at least one Grozzly watching this out there. And he's like, man, you're mispronouncing my name. It's Grizzoli. It's Greek. Well, maybe. I refuse to believe it, though, when I read it in the comments here. So we're going to fix our artillery. We're up to 29 scrap. We got a few extra missiles as a result of that. I did use 1 missile in that fight to terrible effect. I wonder if weapon pre-igniter actually affects your artillery. If so, that would make it even more valuable than it already is. And it's already, like, exceptionally valuable. So we're just racking up some scrap here. Let's try to shield their ship with ours. Didn't hurt us and gave us 13 scrap, so I think that was a worthwhile endeavor. We're getting very close to being overrun by the rebel fleet here, and the fact that we have to deal with solar flares here is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. We're gonna have to actually fight these guys, I think. We're gonna do it this way. You know what, this is gonna require a lot of work on their part, because they're gonna be oxygen starved fairly quickly here. And we're not gonna have to worry too much about fires, because I believe that the fires will mostly be put out by the lack of oxygen. We do have a solar flare coming, and maybe the fires will actually hurt them. Well, we've got a fire in here. We should send these dudes over here to fix this. We don't really need a pilot right now. So I think our intruders are almost dead, and this has turned out fairly well, actually, provided these guys die soon. And we're obviously going to get out of here before we actually heal these guys in the med bay. We need a pilot. Who's our pilot? Johnson. Get back in there. Okay, so we're going to jump to the exit now. Hopefully we don't have any combat here, because I do need to heal my guys. But we'll see. We can buy some fuel. Yeah, 6 fuel for 12 scrap. Thank you very much. So we'll get back into the med bay here. How's our ship doing? You know, for a first time, I still consider that this is going fairly well so far. However, certainly, we need a little bit more to put us over the edge if we're going to have any chance of taking out this rebel flagship. We basically just need more scrap so we have more options. But that was only Sector 2, so, you know, anything could happen as we continue to move forwards here. So let's continue jumping. We have a store that we probably don't really want to mess around with just yet. I'd love to get about 50 before I go to the store, just in case there's a good weapon for like 45. These guys do not, they have a missile launcher, which is a pain in the ass, but they do not have a drone control unit. I think we should attempt to remain concealed. They found us anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter what I decided to do there. So this time I think we're going to drop Lido on shields, and we want to do dual lasers on shields as well, because otherwise we have no means of getting past their shields. As you can see here, please don't miss. It hit, please don't miss. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. We just need to survive until we actually get some artillery. I think there's some kind of like stampede going on upstairs. These guys are quite hurt, actually. It might be a good idea to send these guys back to the medical bay and send like NG Zoltan. Where's Grozely? He's here. Oh, he's already fighting the fire. Okay. Yeah, send NG over. You know what? Let's just put the fire out the old-fashioned way. I hate to do it because it feels like I'm giving up. Our NG should stay in the shield room. Okay. Now we're going to, again, send Lido in here. Actually, we don't want to fire Lido just yet. We want to wait just a second. Our sensors are out, too. How did that happen? Oh, we must be in a... Oh, we're in a nebula, right. Okay. So now we're going to fire the Lido in. And then we're going to send our... Oh, my God, our weapons got taken out. This is real bad. In addition, because our engines are down, too, so we want to close this off. Hopefully there's no fire going on here, so we're going to send Grozely and Olafson back here. We just need to survive long enough to get out of here, basically. Our artillery's about to fire. That could be huge. Let's fire some dual lasers in there to start with. Here comes the artillery beam. It didn't do nearly as much as I needed it to. Oh, man. I don't know how I feel about this. Our evade chance is finally non-zero, which is big. And there we go. Send our slug back to the med bay. He's pretty important. You should go to the med bay, too. Oh, we need to get this oxygen fixed up. Jesus Christ, this is becoming a serious problem. NG, you come in here. Grozely, you come in here. Drop the Lido on them this way. We're still not capable of getting out of here, which blows my mind. Like, we actually do not have the weaponry capable of taking down the ship. We just cannot do damage to it. It's a situation that we've found enemies in several times, but have never really found ourselves in. So this is the moment where little girls are going to turn into little women, I guess. Finally, they surrender. I did not expect that. I kind of expected this to be this was going to be our deathbed, but somehow we made it out of that. We got 46 scrap. We're going to need to spend a vast majority of that on repairs, I'm guessing. But we're still alive, and we still have some missiles at the very least. So we're going to send Grozely back here as the pilot's assistant. We're going to send CY Heng into the med bay to get healed. I don't know. I feel like if that went down to the brutal end, our artillery might have won out for us, but we would have lost a ton of health. Certainly, I felt like the surrender was worthwhile, but definitely we need some kind of other weapon. Let's check the store. We're kind of running out of options at this point. Lido clearly is basically worthless for us. Clearly, none of this stuff is going to help us out too much either. Just fix up a little bit, enough so that we can feel fairly confident jumping into these future sectors. There's a quest here, which hopefully doesn't involve combat, otherwise I'm absolutely screwed. Well, we've got some combat here, but this should actually be easy for us. If nothing else, once our artillery actually gets charged, these guys are going to be screwed. They might be able to hit us right off the bat, though, because these lasers are going to fire a few shots each. Finally, are they coming out of their cloaking at some point in the future? Thank you. Wow, they actually had a lot of shots there. So we've really got to get this oxygen fixed up before anything else. We'll send the slug in here to take care of it, too. But really, we just want to get the weapons offline, and once their weapons are offline, everyone's going to be much, much happier. Oh my god, are you kidding me? We definitely have to send a missile in there. And that missed as well. I hate these automated ships, my god. Finally, we took their big laser offline. It's a problem because we are still going to have their small laser to deal with, but I think that only fires one shot, and if it only fires one shot, then there's no real overall concern, I guess. We still want to keep firing at weapons, though, because we get that other laser offline. Actually, maybe we should fire at cloaking first and then at weapons. Because if cloaking goes offline, then we can send this guy to the mid bay. Then we can actually focus on doing some damage to them long term and maybe making this fight not last as long, although we are doing terrible damage here. Their artillery actually did a good job. It took out cloaking, and I really just need that artillery to charge up a little bit faster, but I don't want to spend any money to make it charge up faster, so you can see what kind of predicament I'm dealing with here. Luckily, we got good fuel, decent missiles, and we have a chance to get everybody back into the positions where they belong. The guys at the west side of the, or east side of the ship are not too hurt, so I think we'll just take Johnson, move him back into the piloting area here. He's almost full, he's 97 health. And then we can jump to this distress beacon and then to the quest beacon, probably two very difficult spells of combat in a row. Oh no, remotely repair its targeting system, absolutely. Now, do we want to upgrade anything? We don't have a store. Do we want to upgrade anything before we get into this fight? We can't actually get another bar of shields. We could get another bar of artillery. It would certainly make the cooldown less. And we need one more bar of reactor power, but I think 3 bars of shields are going to be more important for us. So let's go to this quest first. We still need a lot to get that 3rd bar of shields, like 100 plus the... Oh, never mind. I really thought we were going to have some serious combat there. We did get a drone, and on top of that we got a lot of scrap. So if I just go to my ship here, we need 100 and then like another 50 basically in order to get that 3rd bar of shields up. But we might want to invest in our artillery at this point, maybe. I don't know. The shields are important as well. Now at this point, let's go shields. And we'll get 1 bar of power, depower the medbay. And oh, we actually didn't have to depower the medbay because we have a Zoltan. Right, okay. And then we're going to jump down here. And next thing we're going to do is maybe try to speed up that artillery because we can't rely, apparently, on getting other weapons. It does not have a cloaking device. So we're just going to focus on taking out the enemy weapons as soon as possible. We really only have 1 shot. I think that's the problem. Is that these dual lasers, if they miss, and they have a tendency to do so, as you can see, then we absolutely have to use a missile as a last resort. Oh, God. Well, I guess that's why they don't call them hittles. Let's see if maybe finally we get some hits there at least. We don't want to use the Leto if it's not necessary, because our missile situation is pretty low right now. There we go. So we at least only got ion weapons left. The dual lasers only do 1 damage each, which is what makes this a serious problem. But hopefully... Okay, finally we've got them completely done there. We can focus on the piloting system. Actually, the artillery beam is just going to absolutely destroy them. And we're up to 30 now in terms of scrap, which is not great, but not terrible. We're at the point where we could, if we got to a shop, potentially sell something and buy a weapon, because we do have some... Oh, I don't like this. We do have some drones that we could sell to the shop. Now, I really don't like this. We're going to drop everything that we've got on the shields, first of all. Oxygen room going down is obviously something that we cannot stand for too long. So hopefully none of these miss. We had a lot of misses there, unfortunately. So this becomes another mission right now where we're just going to keep on keeping on until our artillery is set to fire, basically, and that takes 30 to 40 seconds, I can't remember. Our weapon systems have been hurt, so let's send our NG up here to take care of them. The good news is I don't think they can fire unless they have stealth weapons. Looks like they do. Maybe. Our shields are still okay. Oh, NG, you can come back here now. Artillery is getting set to fire. And really what's going to make this work for us is that it should do enough damage to all of their systems that will be reasonably safe. I'm hoping anyway, but we'll see. Oh, here comes a hit. That's on oxygen. That's not a big deal. There was the artillery. I'm not sure what that did. If it did enough to really... it did enough to hurt them at least, but we still just like do not have any means of which to attack their shields. There we go. We got 1 bar of shields down. We can probably stop using the Lido now. And instead focus on the, maybe the shields with our dual lasers. And in fact, we did hit there, which surprised me. This is a difficult fight, though, considering we're fighting an on-man ship that actually cannot repair itself. And it sucks that while the ship is cloaked, the artillery beam can't charge. I mean, it can't charge. It doesn't really make any sense to me, but, you know, I didn't develop the game. So let's send our NG down here. He should repair the shields, because we are missing 1 bar on those now. We only need to hit 1 more time. We probably don't need to last until our artillery fires again to make that happen. Thankfully... Finally over. We have 54 scrap now. We're not going to jump to the exit just yet. We want to milk all of these possible beacons that we can. And we are going to have to do some more combat here. They have a drone. It's a boarding drone. Oh, that is the worst. Okay, we got to get ready for a fight here. We're going to send humans into the fight. We're going to have our slug pilot. And we'll see if this works. So first things first, we're going to go full bore on the shields here. I realize they have a missile launcher. We've really got to get shields down if we're going to do any damage with our terrible weapons, though. So Grozzly, I think, is going to have to bow out for a minute, and we'll send the slug in here to do some damage. So we do have shields down. We need this breach to be fixed. We need the slug to go to the med bay. And how is this working? Should we continue firing missiles? I think we should first do this, and then we'll see if we need to continually fire missiles. Well, we did. Oh my god, they got another boarding drone. Okay. Now we need this guy to come in here and fix the piloting system. You need to go to the med bay. We can't really starve this drone, so what we really need to do, I think, is just take out the enemy ship as soon as possible. Let's actually send a missile on the drone control unit. And that missed, of course, because otherwise that would make things far too easy. And then we're gonna... Okay, finally they've offered to surrender. We're gonna take it. You know what? We're not gonna take it, because we're gonna actually hit them with the dual laser here. That should kill them. Alright, and now with the boarding drone done, what we are gonna do is think about how we're gonna tackle this guy. We're gonna send this guy in here, this guy in here, this guy in here. Okay, so we do have to fight this drone still while the room is losing oxygen, which is terrible, of course. However, I think we have enough good crew members that we can make this happen. We can just continually rotate people in and out. Like so. This guy needs to get close to the med bay, I feel. It sucks that we have to take him out before we can actually fix this area. And actually, the oxygen is getting out of here so quickly. And the drone is dying so slowly. Okay, pause it for a second. Now you guys go in, finish the battle here. Hopefully, anyway. And we need to send our NG in here as well. We're really just hanging on by the skin of our teeth right now. Like, things are not going fantastically from an FTL standpoint. Please fix the gap. Okay, everyone's good? We're reasonably happy here. I keep thinking that it's Prison Architect and I can just, like, make a bigger medbay, but sadly no such luck. So let's send Slug in here. Who's this? Johnson. Okay, our pilot. We'll send him back here. Good name for a pilot, Johnson. Nice All-American. Probably played, like, tight end in high school. Who didn't play tight end in high school, though? Get it? Intercourse. We're gonna take Grozzly back here. You can be our pilot's assistant. I don't know what we're gonna do next. I have no idea. We're gonna continue jumping to all these beacons because we're really just trying to find some semblance of like a good weapon that we can use. I don't want to fight you right now, man. This is the worst time for this. Did they actually board us? They did send someone in to board us. Well, you know what? Grozzly can fight you up here. And you guys should be a fairly even match for one another. But even if you're not, I'll just send the Slug up here to help. Okay, now where do we go? Lido and dual lasers all on the shields. Good thing it didn't miss, but it doesn't do enough to take out one bar of shields, which blows my mind. Lido goes again. Actually does damage. This time takes out a bar of shields. Remarkable. I think he actually got back before he got killed, which is amazing. Now we need to send the NG, I think, over here to repair the doors. Alright, you know what, Lido? You got one more chance here. Appreciated. Very much appreciated, actually. Now, dual lasers on weapons. Beautiful. Now, just keep these offline. That was a bad hit. Oh my, I was just going to say keep these offline until the artillery fires. Now, no such luck. We're going to send another Lido in here. I hate to do it. They're going to surrender. Okay, that's fine. I probably didn't need to spend so many missiles then. And I regret doing it already, but we still have 8, so we're doing okay. And who's this? Grozzly, back to your post, please. Olafson, back to your post, please. And once this artillery gets fixed, I will send Chin Chin back into the shields room. That was probably the nerdiest sentence I've ever said in my entire life. And let me tell you, I've got a lot of nerdy sentences. We're gonna die soon. We only have 5 bars of hull integrity left. We're gonna avoid provoking the ship, because that could have gone wrong. And we're gonna go to the Sector 4, the Zoltan-controlled sector. I don't know. Could work, could fail. We'll see. Store, right off the bat, is no such luck. That is really something we desperately needed if we were gonna make a lot of progress here. Your ship is halted, or hailed, I should say. We found you at last, prepare to die. They have drones, beam, laser. We could survive this. We're probably going to need our artillery to do so. So I'm going to need that to charge up a little bit faster. Come on, don't. Didn't miss. Sadly, I mean, the dual lasers are worthless as long as they still have 2 bars of shields up, which is like every ship that we come across now. That's another miss, so we might as well just wait on it and send the Lido in again. Oh, now they've repaired it, so it doesn't even matter. Well, that one actually hits. I'm going to send another Lido in. And this is probably a bad use of resources. I should probably just wait until the artillery fires and then maybe go to town on them. So let's stop firing that Lido. Oh my god, those misses are driving me crazy. But here we go. With the artillery firing now, that should do enough to, well, take out a lot of systems. It didn't do too much for the systems that worry me, though. And we have to fire another Lido at the shields now. Oh my god. This combat is becoming laborious. They're gonna surrender, I mean, that's a good thing, but finally we have a store. Holy crap. Give us a new weapon, please. I would rather have a new weapon than any increased hull integrity. Of course we don't get a new weapon here. We don't even get like a weapon pre-igniter or something. That would be awesome for us. We're gonna fix up a lot. We're gonna buy some more missiles. And then I think we are just going to jump. Because what can I say? Any advice we're taking I've ever heard in my entire life has come out of the mouth of Eddie Van Halen. That might actually not be Eddie Van Halen. That might be the other singer of Van Halen, whose name I can't remember. And now I'm freaking out. David Lee Roth, that's it. Eddie Van Halen might have been the guitarist. I don't know anything about 80s hair metal. I apologize. Except for the fact that Round and Round by Rat is the greatest song ever made. So we're just going to keep this up. Hopefully the energy shield goes down at some point, but we're basically, again, just biding our time until our artillery is actually able to fire, which is taking longer than I would hope for. Sadly, there's not a whole lot we can do about that. And the energy shield might not even be down by the time the artillery fires, which is maybe doesn't matter? I don't know. We didn't really manage to do anything to the alien there. Guess I shouldn't call them aliens. My whole ship is made up of technically aliens right now. Even humans, man. They're aliens from a different point of view. I'm so human-centric, what can I say? We're just gonna keep basically biding our time here. It appears the enemy ship is completely incapable of doing damage to us. So what we're basically doing is just waiting on this artillery fire. My hope is that it will actually hit shields and weapons this time, so I can make good use of my existing weapons to actually do some damage. But good god, if you don't get any extra weapons on this like second layout for the Federation cruiser by the 3rd or 4th sector, you're gonna find yourself in some tedious fights. Okay, now I think we can actually go to town on this guy. Thank god we didn't miss that one. Okay, now dual lasers, we're just gonna keep you firing at the shields, because those shields have to stay offline if we are gonna do any damage here. Alright, thank god, shields are completely out now. You know what, I'm just gonna keep focusing on shields, because if we lose that, then we lose everything. We need to get our oxygen fixed here. Beautiful, okay. It took a little longer than I would have liked, but it's done. We get 33 scrap. And I guess like the key to our success lies with improving that artillery, because that's really what's doing all the damage for us so far. We're going to continue and get into this fight. They do have a missile defense drone. That's pretty much the worst thing I could imagine. Because now, if that's a defense drone too, none of our lasers are going to get through. But beyond that, none of our missiles are going to get through either. And all of their missiles are going to get through. We obviously need to fix this stuff as soon as possible, because our artillery here is basically our only chance of success. This could actually be the mission where we lose it, or the skirmish where we lose it. But we'll see. We're just going to try to keep things going for now. Put our slug back here. Oh, shields going down is never a good thing. But the artillery is coming up in a second. They're not doing a whole lot of damage to us. Of course, they do probably have unlimited missiles because they're assholes, but... Now here comes the moment of truth. What does artillery hit? Drone control shields, weapons? Well, it did some good damage. It didn't do enough damage, but... And didn't hit... Whoops. Didn't hit drone control either, which is a big problem for us. So I think we're just going to be waiting until the next artillery fires. But maybe we'll manage to kill some crew members or something with his oxygen out. I don't know. Did we lose somebody? Where's Johnson? Got Grosley all the way over here. I don't know what's up with that. Let's open these up. Yeah, so we're just going to wait for this artillery to fire again. Get over here. Oh, man. Okay, we got to fix that breach, of course. Should close all the other doors, because the fire is out. And again, we're just firing our dual lasers in here to basically get experience on our weapons guy while we wait for either impending death or help at some point from our artillery beam, which really needs to land some very good shots here if we're going to have any chance of success. Come on, here we go. This is a big one. Shields, weapons, drone control. Did something, but certainly not enough. Oh, man. So we're missing a lot of attacks here. Oxygen's getting hurt again. That's the only thing that might save us, is maybe killing all of their crew members. Because my hands are tied here. I can't fire anything else. Like, if I fire my Lido, the defense drone is just going to absolutely take it out. So I'm just kind of... we should just jump and get out of here, I guess. I should stop talking. And we'll jump over to this other Nebula, which certainly does not hold any disaster or danger for us. Of course, we have another attack. We're going to get boarded as well. Our time in this universe is coming to an end, I feel. So here comes the boarding. We have no sensors here, which is a problem for us, but we have the slug, which basically functions like sensors. Allows us to see where the enemies are. We're going to send Grozzly up in here. It is 2 mantises, though, which is a problem. So Johnson, you come down here. Grozzly, why don't you fall back into the engines room, and we're going to open up all these doors. It's about to get real cold in here. Now, do we hit? We hit, but do we hit enough? Good question. We'll see. They're going to go for our artillery. Actually, they're not. They're just trying to bust their way out here. Now, here we go again. Lido like so. And then dual lasers. Like so. Did something. Not enough, though, again. These guys are still getting hurt by the lack of oxygen, though, and that's something. I think they might have just killed their own crew members. But even if they didn't, we need to get in there and fix that oxygen up as soon as possible. So thank you, Chin Chin. You can come here. Again, thanks a bundle to the developers for making the name Chin Chin and making me feel incredibly offensive all the time. Drop that in here. Good, we'll go with that one too. Artillery's helped us out here. Okay, so we're good. But we still have problems as we close our ship up here. The reason being, medbay's on fire. So we're just going to put it out the only way we know how. And the reason the medbay on fire is a problem is... Oh man, the sensor room's on fire too. The reason these are all big problems is because we need to get healed, basically. I think the medbay's safe now. So let's close these up. Don't stand in the vacuum of space too long, Chin Chin. He's not gonna die. Oh my god, he died. Okay. How do we fix this? We send Grozzly, our least valuable teammate, in. And we close up all this. I can't believe we lost our NG. That's a disaster. And once this actually gets fixed, I mean, we're screwed overall. We just haven't had any access to other weapons. And I mean, I realize people are probably sorry or tired of me complaining all the time, but I apologize, but we really haven't had any other benefits here. Like, we're still with our starting materials, except for the fact that we have 3 bars of shields now. It's a testament to how good... Oh, wait. It's a testament to how good the ship is when it first starts out. These guys didn't get healed at all, did they? I don't know what happened. Oh, it was because the Zoltan was powering it. He's going to be our shield man now, and he's going to be our weapon man. But yeah, the ship is very good when you first start out, but we need something more. Clay Aiken style. That was Ryan Malcolm, my bad. You guys watch Canadian Idol in the United States? I doubt it. But, you know, when I was a kid, well, I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and Canadian Idol was on. Oh, come on. I thought that was going to be an easy one for us. But Canadian Idol was on, and, you know, the lead singer, or the guy who was the favorite to win was actually from my hometown. And he was called Ryan Malcolm, and obviously my name's Ryan, so I'd, like, drive around town, and all the signs would be like, "Go Ryan! Yo, good luck, Ryan!" And I was like, "Thanks, guys, but 7th grade's not that hard. I can probably survive without your good luck charms, or good luck wishes, cloverleaf bowling lanes." We're probably screwed here. I'm glad I got my Ryan Malcolm story out before the shit hit the fan, though. Oh my god, and completely missed on everything else here. Come on, Lido. Don't let me down. Nice. How about you, burst lasers? 2 misses again. Must be my lucky day. We're going to close all doors here. The Lido is actually giving us a chance here. If we actually hit 2 of these, which we did there, we might find ourselves in an okay position. That's Johnson. Okay, get back in the piloting bay, Johnson. I didn't tell you to leave. Okay, there's the artillery. And I think with shields down, we should be able to get the kill here. Oh my god, that was close. If they had not gotten hit by that last shot, they might have found themselves in a much better position moving forwards. Thank god we have a store. Give me another weapon. It's the only chance I have of getting much further. Of course, no such luck. We might as well sell our drones, unless we could buy a drone control unit, I guess. Is that going to help us out? I mean, it might, because the anti-ship drone would actually help. So let's buy the drone control unit. We need to fix at least a decent amount of our ship. Why do I only have a system repair drone equipped? That's something we're going to want to sell, actually. We're going to pull that down here. Anti-ship and defense drone. We want both of those. But the anti-ship drone is going to be more beneficial for us right away. We're going to go back to the store. We're going to sell our system repair drone. And now we at least have the opportunity to do some more damage to these guys. I don't know if this is going to work. I can't believe we're still alive, to be honest with you. It's still early in the game, but I'm still surprised that we're alive. Let's just scrap some of the debris. No problems here. Just want to keep everything as easy as possible, because the less combat we get into, the better. Let's destroy the defense system from a distance. That didn't work out well at all. Oh, of course, that would have been much better if we still had our NG crew member, which we do not. So here's our exit. We're going to jump into Sector 5 here, and we're going to go NG Homeworlds, I guess. Because NG Homeworlds have a tendency to be a little bit more generous, in my experience, I would think. We got a store, of course, right off the bat. Maybe they can give me some kind of burst laser or something. Then I wouldn't have to waste drone parts. Nope. They do have some crew members we could buy, but we really don't need that. Let's just repair a little bit more. I feel a little bit better about things. But I think overall, we're still going to find ourselves in a pretty rough position here. We get a Hull Smasher laser just out of nowhere? That's awesome as hell, actually. We're just going to continue going on here, because we need to upgrade our weapon system if we're ever going to use that Hull laser. Yes, you know, I will trade missiles for drone parts in this situation. But beyond that, we really need to upgrade our reactor as well if we're going to use half of the stuff that we just got. Let's leave them alone. This is the giant alien spiders here. We're not going to mess around with them. Especially when you don't have any blue indicators or blue options. That is an incredible ship. It's got a missile launcher, a beam, a big laser, teleporter, no cloaking device. How is this going to go? I have no idea. Our engines are off, so we might as well... If we turn them off, we have 0 chance of evasion, which I don't want. We can turn off the med bay, we can make our artillery charge slower, and then get one anti-ship drone coming out. That might work out okay for us. We'll see. We really need something to allow us to do more damage to enemy shields, basically. So if we get incredibly lucky... Actually, we did do 1 damage to the hull there. The incredible hull. I don't know why that just came to me. Okay, we really need to fix... I didn't even realize that our ship got boarded. Holy crap. Where's our... We lost a crew member, didn't I? Did I just let him get killed there? Oh, that is incredibly dumb. I think this might be the end of us, actually. But it all depends on this dual laser anti-ship drone combo. $4.99 for a limited time at KFC. Just keep this up, please. Just hold out tight. Oh, man. This might very well be the end of us. Let's drop the Leto here. We did lose our drone control unit. We need to fix that up if we're going to have any chance here. Artillery, you're just in time. Fire! Oh, he got taken offline at the last second. Oh, that is going to do it for us, I think. I don't think we're going to have any chance to come back from that now. We really need a slug to get in here and repair this drone controller room. Obviously, we're losing out on oxygen, too. That came down to the bitter end, but that was a good fight. I don't know how I feel about that ship, but the first run of today was definitely the best. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. That's not even close to the best. Is it? Or my score was like 1,300 or something. Was it Type B? Zynga. Ah, it was number 1 there. Awesome. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.